Two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
So, all the talking's done.
Right.
Now, let's get down to action.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. And there's the bell to start round one. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Beautiful left hook. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Can you imagine walking into this tug, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Beautiful counter punch. Some nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. Jab misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. These punches coming from every angle. Did you see that? And now going for the finish. Every time they throw a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all three judges here. And there's the bell for round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here. They exchange. They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
She got clipped by that counter. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The corner's got the towel. Are they gonna throw it in? How are they still standing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
This may do it. It's all coming to an end. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. She needs to be careful that she doesn't punch herself out. Good counter punch. Tried to score with a jab. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think, right, concentrate.
The perfect counter lands. Counter punching, swing and a miss with that uppercut. And down goes the meteor. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's gonna be. We just saw.
Focus, take our minute.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? She got dropped in the last round. Let's see how she does here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Straight right just misses. Destroying her with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They are giving us a high-tempo show. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Hold that thought. The defense failed them. And the meteor crashes down to the canvas. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Let's see how the game plan changes after that big...
She's flustered. She's trying to knock her.
There's the bell to start round 5. So that's a 10-8 round. Got to turn things around here, Johnny. What do they do?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. And now going for the finish. And the meteor just got dropped. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Punch, counter punch. Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing... And Street Killer has been dropped. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up. Suck it.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. One round, two knockouts. Here we go in the 6th round. We had not one, but 2 knockdowns in the previous round as both of these fighters went to the canvas.
2 knockdowns in the same round to both fighters. They got to think like a goldfish. Forget after 10 seconds. They got to be smart.
Trying to land that jab. That jab doesn't find a home. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these 2 boxers, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
This has been a very competitive round between these 2.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. A straight right just misses. Good counter shot by her. And we may see an early stoppage here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum.
That was amazing.
Here we go. It's round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Holding nothing back here in the round. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower, calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. There's a counter shot. The perfect counter lands. Straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Stamina is always an issue. There's the bell to start round 8. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Just missed with that jab. Walk away from each other and then run right. Did you see that? And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Good counter punching. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. About these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Wicked round. I like what I'm seeing.
There's the bell to start round 9. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Good counter punching. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice counter shot by her. Beautiful counter shot. That hook won't score. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Punch, counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. How much cardio was...
Now relax.
It's round 10. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
And down goes the meteor. It must have been a powerful blow to the body that made her knees crumble like that. Let's see it in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.